I before we even start, for the sake of my friends, I really hope we see a Thor buff. I have a feeling we're going to see a Thor buff. But let's have a look. As long as they left my boy Loki alone, I will be just fine. But let's see what we got going on for the season 3.5 patch notes. Starting off with the Vanguard. First one is Doctor Strange. Says the master of the mystic arts is getting a little oomph to his arsenal. I actually played a lot more Doctor Strange when I was attempting to learn how to tank. So I'm happy to see that he's getting some type of changes. It looks like the first change that they're doing is they're increasing the daggers of Danak projectile charges from 8 to 10. I really, really like that. I remember one of the compensation buffs that they made to Loki when they increased his cooldown for his totems was giving him 2 extra charges in his magazine, and I think that Strange could definitely benefit from a little bit extra in his magazine because he does a lot of damage, but he fires super slow, and I feel like I have to use his reload tech like entirely too often. So 8 to 10 is awesome. Reduce Cloak of Levitation cooldown from 15 to 12 seconds. Also, solid buff. I think Strange saw some nerfing way back in the day, so this is not bad. Moving on to Groot. Increased Vine Strike range from 20 meters to 22 meters. Doesn't seem like a huge deal, but Groot's mobility is not great. And when he gets into trouble, he can't really get out. So a little bit extra range on his Vine Strike, not the worst thing in the world. Let's see. Increases Flora Colossus effect range from 20 to 24 meters. I think his Flora Colossus effect is when he chucks his little spore grenade. I'm not entirely certain, but that activates his walls to do damage. So solid buffs. Solid buffs there. Magneto. I'm actually surprised to see Magneto on the balance adjustment sheet. Normally that does not happen. Says reduce metal bulwark and iron bulwark shield value from 300 to 250. I don't know. Is that his bubble? If that's his bubble, that's not the worst thing in the world. Because 250 is still a squishy health bar. And popping his bubble just recharges his mag cannon. Actually, let me see. Magneto abilities. Marvel Rivals. Which one is that? Iron Volley, Meteor M, Metallic Curtain. Yeah, it's the bubble. It's the bubble. So that's kind of a nerf, but it's not that terrible. It's not that terrible at all. Because that means he's just going to be able to recharge his mag cannon just a little bit faster. And sometimes I feel like I have to pump entirely too much damage into a mag bubble to get it to pop. So I don't know if that's going to be the biggest nerf in the world. Thor. We're finally at it. My boy. My Asgardian brother. What are they going to do for him? The God of Thunder's gameplay gets a jolt of improvement and utility. Gained a fixed 1 Thor force upon exiting the Awakening Runed Awakened state. Lightning Realm new effect. Enemies leaving its boundary are grounded for 2 seconds, restricting aerial abilities. So he's going to be able to shut down a little bit of movement for just a second, which is all that Thor needs because he's very fast. And I wish Kevin was here in the chat. I'm not a Thor player, so I don't exactly know how valuable having 1 Thor force upon exiting the Awakening Rune state is. I'm sure that since that powers his kit, that leaves you a little less vulnerable at the end of your Awakening Bot gameplay loop. Um, this is nice. This is not increased survivability, but this is increased aggression, which I'm sure could be worse. It's nice to see them give him something because I hear a lot of complaints about Thor and his nerfing. I think that that's it for the Vanguards. Moving on to the Duelist. From me, hey, there you are, Kevin. Kevin, how do you feel about this as a Thor player? How do you feel about these buffs? Are you happy about that? Are you sad about that? Do you feel like you've got reparations for the destruction of your character? I'm sure something's better than nothing. Um, I really don't think the Magneto thing is going to hurt him too much. Very much happy. It isn't a survivability buff, but it's something good. Yeah, I mean, something's better than nothing, man. I keep saying this Asgardian racism needs to end, and it looks like it's come to an end. Um, I love the first buff. It allows me to play much faster. Yeah, and I'm interested to see how much the grounding effect in your lightning realm is going to make a difference for you. That could be a little bit more viable than it seems. That might be a sleeper buff. That might be big. Nerfing people's mobility. That's kind of reminds me a little bit of how Venom can latch onto people and nerf their movement. Because the first thing I want to do when a Thor gets in my face is get the fuck out of there. So that will be kind of nice. I'm scared of having to fight him, but he's still quite meltable as the tanks go. Moving on to Duelist. Black Panther. My nemesis. My least favorite character next to Spider-Man to play against. After addressing hit detection, T'Challa's Spirit Rend is getting a longer cooldown from 8 seconds to 2 seconds. I'm not sure which one Spirit Rend is, but it takes longer, and I'm happy about that because that fucker can turn around and melt me in a heartbeat. So maybe that's 2 more seconds of me trying my best to stay alive. I think they fixed some type of bug with Black Panther this past season, which saw him getting a lot more play. This last week and a half or so of me playing, the Black Panther players were kind of getting out of control. So I don't know if that's a good buff or a good nerf or a bad nerf, but I hate his character, so I kind of don't care. Iron Fist. BP ban kind of a low blow in my opinion, especially with how survivable supports are going to be after this patch. Bro, it's our time. It's our time to come back. I'm tired of y'all melting me in the back line. I shouldn't have to burn Loki rune every 5 seconds to stay alive when a Magic, a Black Panther, a Spider-Man, and a fucking Venom are in my face. But I am a biased support player, so I'll call that what it is, man. I'll call out my own bias. Iron Fist, with his team-up anchor removed, Lin-Lei's raw power gets a slight boost to even things out. Increase Jeet Kundo's 5th strike damage from 50 to 55%. I don't know what that means. More damage, I'm sure. It's very cool that they're using Bruce Lee's martial art to describe the man who keeps iron fisting me in the backline. We love Bruce Lee. So a little bit more damage. Increased Yat Ji Chung. What the fuck percentage? Let me Google that. The hell was that? Iron Fist. Marvel Rivals abilities. Where's Nas when I need him? I don't even know what that means, dog. Not much of a change. This is because of how he lost his anchor team up with Luna. Dash forward to pursue the targeted enemy and unleash a flurry of attacks. So it's his dash attack. Okay. They're increasing the damage to enemies' max health per strike from 2.1 to 2.7, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but it's going to increase his tank killing capacities. And I will say, whenever I was doing my tank school streams, Iron Fist was not the man I wanted to play with. So this is just gonna increase that. Adjust harmony recovery bonus health decay start time from 1 to 2 per 2 seconds. I imagine that's his temp HP. Increase Kunlun's kick first strike damage from 30 to 35. Yeah, I don't know if I like Iron Fist buffs, but once again, I'm biased. I'm a support player. I know he's more dangerous to tank players, but he also can be a pain in my ass. Star Lord Peter Quill gets a little more staying power in the heat of battle. Gain 25 bonus health when using Stellar Shift. What is Stellar Shift? Is that his new team up ability? Or is that his 360 thing? Oh, his roll that gives him invincibility frames. So he's going to get temp HP. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. I kind of like that a lot. Because there's a couple of times there, I've been playing Star-Lord a lot, and there's a couple of times where I will roll and get out of the way and start dashing, like jetting away, and I will be like this close to a health pack, and I'll get hit one time, and you're just done. So, to be honest, I think Star-Lord needs some love. He hasn't been seen too much play nowadays. Yeah, I mean, I like Star-Lord, and I'll take that buff. He's my DPS of choice. So, W buff there. Wolverine. Logan's ultimate is a little bit tougher to unleash. Time to earn that Berserker Rage. Increase the energy cost of Last Stand from 2,800 to 3,400. Thank God. Do something about this character. Wolverine players are out of control. He's been an insta-ban all of Season 3. Lifesteal gain from the Primal Flame no longer contributes to Wolverine's ultimate ability energy. Kevin says, your support bias is over, my tank bias is out now. Yeah, I didn't realize his lifesteal gain from his team up was helping him get ult charge. They absolutely needed this, bro. Every single time I hear the Wolvie ult begin, I know some of my loved ones are going to die a horrible death. Some nerf is better than no nerf. So, I mean, they increased Loki's ult cost. The fact that he was getting his ult off the 2,800 is crazy. Spider-Man, my nemesis, the menace to the city. Spidey's ultimate just got stickier and deadlier. Increased damage per second of spectacular spin from 150 to 170. NetEase, why? Why? That ult already destroys 3 or 4 people at the same time if their health is underneath 275. It could have been worse, I get it, but why? Stop buffing this man. There's nothing amazing or spectacular about him dashing around, fucking me up. Once again, my support bias is coming out. His ult did not need a buff. It did not need a buff, I'm sorry. Okay. Now we're getting into the strategists. At least they didn't give him a one-shot combo. Yeah, that's true. They didn't give him a one-shot combo. The strategists are here now. Before I even read this, Netties, I hope I'm about to read some damn good news for Adam Warlock because he's been one of the most terrible. Bro, I love playing strategist. I've been putting in hella hours on Luna, on Invis, on Cloak and Dagger. Loki's my main. I've not touched Adam once. So this better be good news. Adam gets a slight cosmic buff to his ultimate ability, frequency, and strength, plus increased healing. Reduce the energy cost of Karmic Revival from 5,000 to 4,700. Okay. You might actually see his relatively underwhelming ult be used a little bit more often. Karmic Revival new effect. Revive allies gain bonus health equal to 70% of maximum health, which lasts for 5 seconds before decaying to 0 over 2 seconds. Okay, so that means when an Adam brings me back, we're not just a sitting multi-kill for the Bucky or the Star-Lord that comes around the corner. His ult will actually have some value. Because I'm going to be honest with you, 70% of the time that Adam brings me back, I just hear, again, and boosh, and everybody's fucking dead, bro. So, yeah, I think that that's a W buff. I like Adam seeing more play. Don't like Luna getting more powerful every fucking update. Okay, well, is she even on the list? She ain't got no buffs, but she's getting that team up, which helps. So his Karmic Revival new effect will actually be useful. Cosmic Cluster new effect. Each hit now reduces Avatar Lifestream charge times by 0.3 seconds. Sawyer, you're an Adam player. I don't know what the fuck this means. What's Cosmic Cluster? That's his heal? Avatar Lifestream charge? So when he heals people, it does what? Let's have a look. His burst will decrease his heal cooldown like Psylocke. Oh. 2 charges and 5-second cooldown. So, interesting. Okay. So he might be able to heal more than once a team fight. That's cool. Adam might actually see some play. Kevin says Luna now has her claps, snowball, Adam soul bond, Adam heal, and team up. How many survivability options can you give? Diving Luna will now be like diving a tank. That's crazy. And I noticed that it doesn't require crits like his primary. Okay. So you said, bro, I just got her Lord. Let me have this. All right. Cloak and Dagger. Increase energy cost of Eternal Bond from 4,000 to 4,300. I think this is okay. She's one of the most versatile healers in the game. I don't think she's gonna have a problem getting 300 more ult charge, and I don't know. I don't think that's too terribly sizable. 300 is that's what Loki got the last nerf, and I don't have any problem getting my ult. So I think that this is a just once every team fight, not twice. Yeah, I think that this is a reasonable ult, especially whenever every single time I go to make a push against a Cloak and Dagger, fucking us against the world, bro. Like, this is a reasonable nerf. All right, Mantis. I'm gonna say the same thing I said about Adam. Netties, we better have some damn good news, bro. A new team-up anchor effect for Mantis, but her base healing gets a gentle nerf to balance the cosmic scales. Increase healing by 10% with the new team-up anchor effect. Reduce healing flowers healing over time from 12.5 seconds to 10 seconds. Reduce life energy blast projectile from 20 to 15. Increase soul resurgence excess healing to bonus health conversion rate. Huh. Her shot count nerf? I don't think it's their shot count nerf. Let's see. Let's see. I gotta start getting more familiar with these abilities since I be uh, reacting to this stuff all the time. Just because I don't play them doesn't mean I can't know what they do. Life Energy Blast. Man, yeah, I don't know if I like that, dude. Like, that's the one benefit that you have when you're playing Mantis. She can't heal a bunch, and it's percentile based. Her ult isn't that great. I do think reducing her ammo from 20 to 15 is a bit more significant than you're giving it credit for, Kevin. If they took Loki's shot count from like 12 to 8, I'd be pissed. You're gonna spend half of the fucking battle reloading. Um, I don't know. I think that that's gonna make the skill ceiling a little bit more difficult. Um, Yeah, I understand that Loki heals with his shot count and Mantis doesn't, but her ability to heal is still linked to her getting shots. So even though she doesn't primarily heal with her shot count, it's still going to nerf her healing ability. You're basically going to have to get headshots. So I don't know if I love that. I feel like Mantis was just finally getting a bit of an upturn on her I don't think it will be that bad, but a nerf is a nerf. What if anybody in the game needs a nerf? It's not Mantis, bro. Like I regularly try my best to play a Mantis, and her kit's underwhelming. That's what I'm saying. I just want Mantis to get some play. Like you give her a little, and then you take a whole bunch back. Like I don't like that. You've made Adam Warlock an actual viable pick, and you've nerfed Mantis. Mantis is getting the Thor treatment now. Oh, Squirrel Girl seems really powerful. Let's nerf Mantis. Like, come on now. Asterisk on what, Sawyer? We don't know if Adam's going to be viable. That's fair. That's fair. It reads nice, but you don't know how it's going to play until you play it. Um, all in all, dude, that's not that much. That's only like 11 characters getting adjusted. He might still be a triple support pick still. Yeah, and that's where Mantis is going to stay at triple support. I don't think Strange got a damage boost, but he got a bigger magazine, which I completely agree with because I spend half of my matches with Doctor Strange just reloading. So, all right, that's all the balance changes. Team up abilities we kind of already covered. No, you're okay. I wish he did do more damage because Strange is awesome. Luna can probably 1v1 Thor with that team up now. Yeah, bro. Luna's busted. Duality Dance. Luna Snow unlocks a new Light and Shadow Karma ability. We've seen that. The Vibrant Vitality is what I'm most excited for. I was kind of hoping that they weren't going to nerf Mantis because I want to play with Mantis now. I definitely want to play because her anchor. I think that they're just trying to make her a pick by giving her a super powerful anchor. But Loki gains the Deific Blessing from his team up with Mantis. Groot gains the Wild Wall. Very cool. I don't care how much you like supports; they should not be able to 1v1 tanks. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Um, I just don't know how often I'm actually going to see this team up. I never play with a Mantis. Atlas Bond with Luna. We were just talking about that. Chilling Assault with Iron Fist joins the Assault and unlocks new Lunar Chi ability. Bro, when I first saw this, I thought that it was going to say that Iron Fist now had the ability to punch people and freeze them. I was going to crash out. It's just temp HP. We'll be alright. Guardian Revival being gone is kind of is kind of a hit. Yeah, yeah. He gives Luna temp HP, himself and Luna. R.I.P. Ragnarok Rebirth. Though I am excited for the Rocket Network with Star Lord. I want to know the outer limits of Star Lord being able to teleport to other places. But let's see. Ever Burning Bond, the Human Torch, and Spider Man reduce the backflip distance after activation from 12 meters to 7 meters, allowing for more reliable follow ups with moves like Amazing Combo. So they gave Spider-Man a ult buff, and they gave him a subtle buff with his ever burning bond. Um, you know what I'm gonna say, bro? I'm a support player. I don't like it. Stop buffing that man. He keeps terrorizing me. But all in all, these seem like some very, very subtle nerfs. I like Black Panther nerf. I love Wolverine nerf. And seeing a Magneto nerf is actually kind of nice. Magneto has escaped adjustment for a long time, and he's been a super, super strong tank. I don't think it's going to stop him from getting play, but everybody else escaped here. Groot's going to be a problem again. Doctor Strange is going up. Um, this is solid. All in all, I don't hate these balance changes. We'll see how they play on August 8th.